Frankenstein by Mary Shelley is a cornerstone of Gothic literature and a seminal work that continues to captivate readers and scholars alike. Published in 1818, it's remarkable not just for the story it tells, but for the rich, layered themes that resonate even 2 centuries later. Mary Shelley, the daughter of the philosopher William Godwin and feminist pioneer Mary Wollstonecraft, brought her unique perspective to this narrative, infusing it with the anxieties and aspirations of the early 19th century. But more than that, she created a story that speaks to the human condition in ways that are still relevant today. The novel begins with the ambitious Victor Frankenstein, a young scientist driven by an insatiable curiosity to unlock the secrets of life. It's easy to see why Victor's story is often considered a cautionary tale. His quest to create life leads him down a path of obsession and, ultimately, destruction. When Victor finally succeeds in bringing his creature to life, he's immediately horrified by what he's done. This isn't just a story about a man playing God. It's a profound exploration of the consequences of unchecked ambition and the responsibilities that come with creation. As the narrative unfolds, Victor's creation, often simply referred to as the creature, emerges as a tragic figure. Initially innocent and curious, the creature quickly learns that the world is not a kind place. Rejected by his creator and shunned by society, he becomes increasingly bitter and vengeful. The creature's evolution raises important questions about nature versus nurture. Is he inherently evil, or is he shaped by the cruelty and isolation he experiences? Shelley doesn't provide easy answers, which is part of what makes the novel so enduring. The creature's plight forces readers to confront uncomfortable truths about human nature and the societal forces that can push individuals to the brink. Victor's descent into despair is paralleled by the creature's journey, and the tension between the two drives much of the novel's drama. Victor, who begins as a sympathetic character, becomes increasingly flawed as the story progresses. His refusal to take responsibility for his actions, his blind pursuit of knowledge, and his inability to foresee the consequences of his work all contribute to his downfall. The creature, on the other hand, though monstrous in appearance, elicits sympathy as a victim of circumstances beyond his control. Shelley expertly blurs the lines between hero and villain, forcing readers to question who the real monster is. Throughout Frankenstein, Shelley employs a variety of literary techniques to enhance the story's impact. The novel's structure, with its use of a frame narrative and multiple perspectives, adds depth to the storytelling. The tale is relayed through the letters of Robert Walton, a polar explorer who encounters Victor near the end of his life. Walton's narrative is interwoven with Victor's story, which in turn includes the creature's account of his own experiences. This layering of voices creates a rich tapestry of perspectives, allowing readers to see the story from different angles and adding complexity to the moral and philosophical questions at its heart. Gothic elements are woven throughout the novel, from the eerie settings to the atmosphere of dread that pervades the story. Shelley's use of the sublime, particularly in the depiction of nature, reflects the inner turmoil of her characters. The desolate landscapes that Victor encounters mirror his own despair and isolation. The novel's dark and brooding tone is characteristic of Gothic literature, yet Shelley's work transcends the genre by engaging with contemporary debates about science, ethics, and the limits of human knowledge. One of the most compelling aspects of Frankenstein is its exploration of the ethical limits of science. Victor's experiments push the boundaries of what was then considered possible, and in doing so, he raises questions that are still relevant today. What responsibilities do scientists have to society? How far should they go in their quest for knowledge? Shelley was writing at a time when scientific discoveries were rapidly changing the world, and her novel reflects both the excitement and the fear that these changes brought. In many ways, Frankenstein can be seen as a precursor to modern debates about artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, and other technologies that challenge our understanding of what it means to be human. The novel also offers a critique of societal norms, particularly in its treatment of women. Female characters like Elizabeth Lavenza and Justine Moritz play limited roles in the narrative, often as passive victims or moral foils to the male characters. This has led some feminist critics to argue that Shelley is commenting on the marginalization of women in her society. However, it's also possible to see the novel's treatment of women as a reflection of the period's gender dynamics, rather than an outright critique. Regardless, the novel invites readers to consider the roles that women play in the story and the implications of their limited agency. When Frankenstein was first published, it was met with mixed reviews. Some critics were shocked by the novel's dark themes and its portrayal of science gone awry. Others praised its originality and its thought-provoking content. Over time, however, the novel has gained recognition as a literary masterpiece. It has been the subject of countless interpretations and adaptations, from stage plays to films to comic books. Each generation finds something new in Shelley's work, whether it's a reflection of contemporary anxieties or a timeless meditation on the human experience. The novel's cultural impact cannot be overstated. Frankenstein has become a touchstone in discussions of scientific ethics, the responsibilities of creators, and the nature of humanity itself. The image of the creature has entered the collective imagination, often as a misunderstood figure rather than a true monster. Shelley's work has influenced not only literature, but also the fields of science fiction and horror, setting the stage for countless stories that grapple with similar themes. In reflecting on Frankenstein, it's clear why the novel has endured for so long. Shelley's ability to weave together elements of horror, science fiction, and social critique into a compelling narrative makes it a work of profound importance. It's a story that continues to speak to readers because it taps into fundamental questions about what it means to be human, the dangers of hubris, and the complexities of creation and responsibility. In many ways, Frankenstein is as relevant today as it was when it was first published. So whether you're reading Frankenstein for the first time or revisiting it with fresh eyes, there's always something new to discover. It's a novel that rewards careful reading and reflection, offering insights that go beyond its Gothic trappings. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein is not just a tale of horror. It's a timeless exploration of the human condition, one that challenges us to think deeply about our place in the world and the consequences of our actions. If you enjoyed this review and want to explore more classic literature, don't forget to subscribe. Every Sunday, we'll delve into another masterpiece, offering fresh perspectives and in-depth analysis to enhance your reading experience.